Yeah, man, you already know what it is. Your motherfucking boy Juice, the MC, and I'm here with my homie.
It's Goose from the Payday Podcast, and we got a lot of shit to talk today.
Yo,
How
you feeling? How you feeling?
All right, let me just start with a movie that the listeners could go watch. There's this movie called The Spook That Sat by the Door, and I watched this movie last year. You know about The Spook That Sat by the Door?
I can only imagine what it's about.
Look, The Spook That Sat by the Door. I watched that with some real ass revolutionaries. You dig what I'm saying? And that movie, just to kind of touch on it, it's about he's a social worker. He decides that the revolution got to happen. I believe he's in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And basically, him and, he puts together his crew of revolutionaries. They steal weapons from the government. They just basically make the government look like a bunch of fucking idiots. Mm-hmm. Steal weapons, start the revolution, and essentially win. You don't really get to see how it ends, but basically they just kill a whole bunch of soldiers. They just extra gully with it. It was just hilarious. It's a 70s movies, so they're not always written the best. All right, so the spook who sat by the door or whatever. So this nigga he was just violating the system. Mm-hmm. But the idea is the reason why he was a social worker is the fact that he cared about his people and he wanted to see his people prosper. But then it got to a point where he figured, you know what? This is what needs to happen. Like, we need to have a revolution, right? Mm-hmm. So there's different types of revolutions. You know what I mean? Like, there's the there's violent revolutions. In Greece, a revolution happened and it was non-violent. They took over peacefully in Greece.
Yeah,
I'm sure a few niggas got their ass whooped here and there, you feel me, and shit like that. But we ain't hear about that. For the most part, it was a peaceful revolution.
Peaceful protest.
You dig what I'm saying? And, those people took power because they saw that the people in power were corrupt. You know what I mean? And I think here in America, I think a lot of people are fed up. And I think people are fed up to a level where it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people aren't able to express themselves. I think even if you're a filthy racist, you should be able to express yourself. And if you just catch an ass whooping, you catch an ass whooping.
Like, that's the way I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like a racist should have the right to say he's a racist. I respect those who say they're racist.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Then the ones who hide it. You know what I mean? Because, like, I feel like hiding it is what got us here today. You understand what I'm saying? With everybody getting shot down by police and everything like that.
And even though shooting down each other.
Yeah, but see, I don't...
Even though... I'll get to that in a
moment. Police is supposed to serve and protect. You know what I mean? Well, black on black crime happens all the time. You see what I'm saying? And that doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that doesn't make it right, but, if I go shoot Joe Smo down the block, you see what I'm saying? My job is not to serve and protect. If me and Joe Smo had an issue and I resulted to violence, you know what I mean? Yep. And I happen to do that, and I will have to face my consequences.
You know what we call that, though?
What?
Hood justice. Continue.
Oh, I mean, yeah. But I feel like, a lot of police, and yeah, we going back to the police topic, but, like it's like their job is to serve and protect. You understand what I'm saying?
Dig.
And I feel like you shouldn't be killing people, man. Like, they shot this guy. Like,
you talking about homie that was running?
He wasn't even
the
running.
Old man.
He was standing. he was like this. They kept shocking this nigga,
you talking
bro.
About this other nigga.
So he had to be on drugs. Had to be on drugs.
You talking about the nigga that fought the popo?
No, nigga. He was just like eating
their
shit. They hitting him. Bang! Stop resisting. He just standing there like, what?
All right, but with that said, why shouldn't they shoot that nigga?
Because, like,
if you got a family, my nigga,
bro,
that dude that just ate shit that you are certain you would have shitted on yourself, why shouldn't they shoot him?
I feel like they know he's intoxicated. You can't get hit with that many tasers and act like
Let me play devil's advocate to that, right?
Okay. Wait, can I chime in just
chime
for
in,
a second?
chime in.
Hi, E-Bunny, joining the conversation.
On Twitter? That's you, Twitter?
I'm Ebony Lovely, EBONI Lovely.
On Twitter?
Yes,
okay.
On Twitter.
Continue.
The real E-Bunny also. Okay.
Goosey baby in the motherfucking house.
Okay, I just want to go back to the topic of people getting tired at a very dangerous level. I just want to say that the perfect example is the homosexual man who shot the reporter and the cameraman.
He was gay?
Yeah, he was gay.
I think, let's not get off topic.
My nigga Juice just gave me the eyes like, what you got to say about that nigga being gay?
I just want to say
like, that nigga was gay and that's why he did it. Like, your eyes just said everything.
No, that's the very perfect example. He was tired.
He's tired.
He was fed up. And he was not allowed to express himself. And actually, it seems that he was fired for doing so. He was so fed up that he wrote 23 pages and faxed it over. He had a whole explanation. Okay, when you sick and tired,
I gotta read that nigga explanation.
And you have enough time to sit down and write 23 pages because you have that much feelings to put into paper.
I feel like,
and he killed the reporter. He shot the cameraman, and he killed himself.
With that situation,
that's fed up.
With that situation there, you got to think about it. To go to a job like that, being a reporter, you know what I mean, to losing your job. He probably had car notes. He probably had rent. His rent was probably through the roof, or he probably even had a house. You know what I mean? You got to think about shit like that. When you lose your job off of that, you see what I'm saying? And you got to go back to them conditions. And you don't know how you're going to pay for your house. You don't know how you're going to pay your car insurance. That'll fuck with a nigga psychologically.
It will.
You know what I mean? And it may not have been niggas fucking with him. Niggas probably wasn't fucking with him. You never know.
They probably invited that nigga to Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm telling you, you never know. They probably, you see what I'm saying? But when you lose your job on some, like one incident, you know how we know. One incident could cause you to lose your fucking gig like that. And he probably did that, lost his gig, you know what I mean? And now he went crazy. Nigga, you never know. Like, we can only do what?
All right. Look. I'm going to say, first off, I don't know much about the story, but I know when they found his crib, there was nothing in it. So this nigga, I ain't even gonna say that he was fed up. I'm gonna say this nigga was batshit crazy, but still, just like the motherfucker that shot those cops was probably crazy.
Yeah.
But point being is that when people get pushed to a certain level, because even though he crazy, it doesn't change his motives. Mm-hmm. He bugged out because he felt like they was being racist towards him, and whether they wasn't or they was, the fact is that a lot of Americans could relate with that, feeling like they being targeted. And the thing about it is now is that we not even targeted by just white people. It's not just white races. White people aren't the only people capable of being racist, and I don't even think that racism in itself is a thing where you just see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like you racist. Like, you could be racist and you could be cooking me lunch, and I'm gonna explain why. You feel me? And and the same explanation kind of applies to why the welfare state, welfare and shit like that is doing more harm than good, right? And this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I was watching this documentary on salmon. And they basically farm all the salmon that we eat. They grow them, they release them into water, and then like they swim a little bit, and then like this machine that the Army Corps engineers sucks them in, and then it takes them to their final destination, and they get released. You dig what I'm saying? And they have to go through dams and shit like that. And these tilapia, they not built for that journey. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they not built for that. They die for dumb shit like that they ancestors wouldn't have died for, like certain one, like they're those like
whales,
seals. They're like seals, right? Or walruses, rather. These walruses that come and they eat them. You feel me? Because they don't know, and they stuck behind a dam, a man-made dam. There's like 5 or 6 dams in between where they start migration to where they finish migration. right? And where they start migration, that's where they build to a certain size. So they grown to a certain size, they release where they would be at that certain size, and then they supposed to migrate to the ocean or lake, whatever, right? But because of these dams, and because we done dumbed them down with science, like thinking that we're gonna build stronger ones, but we took like what makes us strong is the hard shit that we go through. Is living in the hood, is seeing fiends every day, is keeping the hope up that you gonna be alive a year from now. The hope up that maybe you can have a family, because at the end of the day, everybody want to have a family.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? And through feeding these, like they feed them at the surface. They just throw them food from the surface. So all the tilapia, they used to being at the surface, and they to get fed. So now when in real life, when they reach the surface, they get eaten by seagulls because they're not supposed to be that close to the surface.
The surface.
You feel me? So it's not helping them.
It's funny that you said that, because I just seen a video the other day, and they had these niggas. I don't know if they was Chinese from or wherever. It doesn't even matter. But these motherfuckers was feeding alligators. Like, yo, when I tell you how many alligators, yo, bro, like they had alligators that'll fill up this whole block.
It was like rats that just attacked us.
Yes,
we
just
got attacked by rats.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was bugged out.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, just to touch back on that topic that I was talking about with the guy getting tased. Look, this the video right here.
Yeah, let me watch this video. Holy shit.
Tone, right behind you. Tone behind you.
Tone about to murder that cop. Tone about to beat up a minivan right now.
Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him.
Everybody's saying the consensus is something wrong with him.
He could have stopped that.
This nigga's getting tased right now. Like,
Yeah, he owns something.
my nigga on that sherm. That nigga wet up some real loud.
that nigga told his voice down.
Low key, Tone look tight. He kind of fresh. His hair freshly shaved. And then Tone looked at him like, I'm about to fuck you up. Now he begging. That nigga was like, yo, I'm about to be Mike Brown too. Pause. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. God bless the dead.
He is crazy. No, he went crazy. He went crazy.
Yeah, see? Now nobody mad at him. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the thing people don't realize. People just think that once you put hands on a black person, black people angry. Nobody mad at those cops. If you mad at those cops, there's something wrong with you, because this nigga obviously was high as shit. He was not about to stop, and he looked like his body language said, I'm out here to murder. Like, nobody was mad. Niggas was laughing at him in the background. Like, yo, that nigga fucked up.
I ain't gonna front, like, Tone was loud and shit. And then they hit that nigga in the back. Baga! That nigga, he was quiet after that, though.
He was quiet, but he was eating that shit.
He ate that shit, but he calmed down after that, though. Tone crazy, yeah?
Yo, so it was two of them.
Yeah.
But, like, when you one cop, you feel me? Like, you expect that nigga to not be scared? Like, they not built for that, my nigga.
Tone
we see angry shit.
Up, huh?
You feel me? Like, there's and when I get back to, like, how black people are discriminated, it's not even about the color. It's about the culture. Like, shit we raised in is different, you know. So, like, we like to be up late. We like to party. We like to make noise. And if you're a white kid, there's a place for that. You know what I mean? Like, your parents will give you $30. You could go to this rave club and you could just turn up. Like, we can't, like, there's very few ratchet clubs, and, like, if there's a ratchet club, like, you gotta pay some bread to get in that. And then you dig what I'm saying? And then you gotta deal with
your back.
And then you gotta watch your back, just because that's just a part of the occupation of some of the people you might be partying with. You know what I mean? So what I mean to say with that is, like, you got what makes you powerful is if you're white, like when people say patriarchy, they talking about Caucasian landowner males. You know what I mean? And like us, some of us own homes and they have that power, but either they look at the general population as quote niggas. Like those are just niggas. Like we not them. Like they separate themselves from those people. You know what I mean? And they refuse to understand them because they feel like, hey, you got to get like me in order for me to respect you. You know, and I think like us at a certain point, like when you look at the 90s, what the 90s was, it was violence, but it was also, I feel like people coming together. Like when people think about like 93 hip hop, but then you see like shit happen like,
it was different rules, man. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty of it. Like it was just different rules. Like certain shit that go on today in hip hop or whatever, it wouldn't be happening back then. You know what I mean? Because niggas was gonna come and see you. You understand what I'm saying?
Gonna have a conversation.
And that's just how it was. You know what I mean? And you know, you see the old tapes, you see the old, you know what I mean? There's really fucking niggas up. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas was getting beat up, like really. You understand what I'm saying? Back in them days. So, I mean, you know, you miss a little bit of that, you know, but everybody's suing now. So, it's a different kind of game.
All right, the point I'm trying to make is
stop working for the white man.
One, that's very important, but we're going to get to that. Because it's like, you have a certain situation, there's this disconnect. Because when back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, when dudes wanted to stop wilding out in the streets, because like unlike the Jews, like black people wasn't the type to get gangster and then like try to work their way into government where they saw the real money was and the steady money was. Like we didn't do that, so it would just be motherfuckers just wilding out, selling drugs, shooting guns, selling guns, prostitutes, all that shit, just like wild shit. The same thing that white people do, same shit. Like it ain't nothing different. It ain't nothing different from what the Irish did. It's not like motherfuckers like grew to be perfect people and then started committing crime. No, motherfuckers was committing crime, getting to a certain level where they could get out the game, and then they just kept it moving. You know what I mean? But it was like so many instances where like the government really don't want to see us grind. And a lot of the disconnect comes from like when Clinton did that shit with, in my opinion, when Clinton did that shit with the NAFTA, the National Trade Agreement or whatever. You feel me? Like they moved a lot of manufacturing jobs overseas, and those jobs was usually jobs that motherfuckers that like after they done wild out in the streets got like 9 felonies. Like boom, now you can fall back on this job and have a family and move forward.
Let me cut you off just real quick. Let me ask you a question. What do you think of Clinton's presidency? Because I had a teacher, right, a social studies teacher back in high school. His name was Mr. G, and he used to just always say, "Oh, Clinton didn't do nothing but get his dick sucked."
Fact.
That's how you feel?
I feel like that, and that's why this is, you know, not that he didn't do things, but what people got to realize about politics is a lot of shit that they show you, a lot of shit that you hear on the news isn't what they think will excite you. It's what they want you to hear.
True.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of the news sources, and that's why I do the Payday Podcast, because I try to like take the news and analyze it and then give it to people, because I feel like when you get your news from Fox News, they're going to tell you some funny shit. You dig what I'm saying? So, like me, personally, when you look at NAFTA, it moved manufacturing jobs overseas. So what that do for you? That's less of a job for you. You know what I mean? And I think that the news is painting a certain narrative, and it knows that black people going to eat it up, white people going to analyze it, and it don't really affect them regardless, because the rules don't change for them. The rules stay the same. Shit either just gets more difficult or more difficult. It just gets harder when you're a black or brown person. And I'm not saying anything against white people. You know, I like white people. I'm down to nothing a white girl. You feel me?
Shit.
But on like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna marry you probably.
She gonna have pretty eyes. Your baby gonna have
my
pretty
baby
eyes.
gonna have pretty eyes. My baby gonna have brown eyes, my nigga. Facts. My baby gonna be in Maxim magazine. But you feel me?
Yeah.
But when they do certain shit and they make it harder for you. For instance, and I'ma just like fast forward. Damn, hold up. I don't want to leave these people like with no. Hold on. No.
Nah, fuck that.
I gotta say something.
Nah, you've been talking for 15 minutes, my nigga. Let me say one thing.
I'm gonna wait.
Listen, We supposed to go. Yo, listen now. Fuck that.
Don't shit talk, my nigga. Don't shit talk.
Listen, I'm not burning no bridges.
I'm
not shit talking about nothing. I'm just keeping it real. You see what I'm saying? Listen, man. If we're gonna do this and y'all want to be a part of this movement, don't speak upon this movement and you can't deliver. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand, you know, the topic in which we was talking about is a little
that we talk. We just talk that shit all the time.
Yeah, plain and simple. But I understand it's a little edgy. You understand what I'm saying? And some people ain't are afraid to express what they do behind them closed doors. You know what I mean? But we not. And y'all should be able to appreciate that. You know what I mean? Y'all should be able to appreciate young, talented individuals coming there to try to make your shit better. You know what I mean? And to bring that young awareness to what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of y'all motherfuckers that y'all want to say y'all want to help the youth, and then when the youth want to get involved, you know what I mean, in their own way, you understand what I'm saying? Y'all want to strip it from them. You know what I mean? At least explain to us why. You know what I mean? Don't just give an order, you know what I mean, just because it's your spot. It's your spot. It's cool. You know what I mean? We respect that, you know? But give us explanation. Let's bend it so we're both happy. You understand what I'm saying? That's my whole analysis of the situation. Like, fuck all that beating around the bush shit. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it 100. You know? You know what I mean? We spend money on what we do. You understand what I'm saying?
100.
We don't just run around here saying we do this, we do that, we do this, we do that. We keep it official, nigga.
Thousands.
We work. This is what we work for. We grind. This is what we get. This is what we spend our money on. We don't spend our money on $8,000 pairs of sneakers and $10 million a pair of jeans.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? This is what we do. We grind for this. You know what I mean? And y'all niggas better respect that shit.
All right. And I'm going to tell you who who won't respect that. That's what I was getting to. But like when you got NAFTA agreements, now when our generation come up, we don't got those jobs. There's less jobs for us. And the jobs that we got to do, it goes beyond just having to do a menial task that you don't like. Now you got to do a menial task you don't like, and you have to act like you like it. You feel me? Now I can't just get a job. I got to get a job at AutoZone. I had a job at AutoZone. This one customer tested me. I'm a very mild-mannered person. I wanted his blood on my hands. Like, I'm like, he said some shit. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'm trying to help you. You feel me? I'm like, fuck you mean? I'm trying to help you. And he's like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. Like, because, you know what I mean? He basically was trying to get an alternator for the wrong size engine. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure he get the exact right one. And I checked. And that's why I went off on him, because I knew it was the wrong part number. I'm like, yo.
Can I say something? Now, was the price different? Was the prices different?
I don't remember the price.
Was the one that you trying to give him more than the one he was trying to purchase?
Look, bottom line is that it was a different part. So you might have got it for cheaper, but it's not the part for your car, my nigga.
But that's how you got to explain it to him, though. I know you was probably like, yo, this is not the part for your car.
No, because the way he said some shit, like, I wasn't going to jump across that counter and choke the shit out of him.
What he said?
You dig what I'm saying?
I'm just curious.
That nigga was shook daddy. He didn't respect that shit. He was like, oh shit, this nigga is really like, he not about to just let me just talk to him any kind of way. And my manager's like, yo, I need you to go to the back right now. Because he was my boy. He's like, yo, it was good. He's like, yo, I need you to go to the back, bro. I got this. I got you. Go chill. Go have some pizza, my nigga. Because we had pizza and Four Locos. This nigga was like, yo, just go to the back and chill, my nigga. Chill. It might have been Strauss. Those niggas.
Shout out to AutoZone.
You feel me? So it was like, yo, people don't understand that now. They angrier now. The youth, they angrier because again, they don't have those jobs where they could just be who they are and just do this shit and be like, yo, who you fucking? Nah, chill, don't violate. I got a baby moms. Yeah. Nigga, we know you fucking somebody else other your baby moms, nigga. Don't lie. We see you. We seen the bitch pull up and pick you up. We know you ain't got no car, nigga. You feel me? We know you. We know what your baby mother drive. Like, you feel me? Like, motherfuckers can have that conversation. Not saying that that's what all conversations is about, but just like something so reckless and something that you would not find in the workplace today. They can have those conversations.
We have conversations all the time. You see what I'm saying? We have reckless conversations all the fucking time.
But a job that they hate that they can be themselves at versus a job that they hate that they can't be themselves at.
Yeah. Like, I can't get with that. That's something I can't get with. You know what I mean?
And that's why motherfuckers is anti-job.
True.
Motherfuckers is anti-job. True. So I think it's when we leave in the generation that has something for us to use, that has a resource, a.k.a. land, a lot of that generation that owns land, they skeptical of us. They don't understand us. And I'm pretty sure it was like that with any generation. Yeah. But in our generation, it just that we got to move past that because it's time to make moves. You know what I mean? Like this young lady I knew, I can't even remember her name right now, but she wrote an article about like how much the entertainment industry is and how much would it mean for the black community to take over the entertainment industry. And I believe that shit is important. And I think that
niggas gotta want to do it though.
Something.
These niggas like Puffy, fucking Dr. Dre, all these niggas who got them that money, you know what I mean? They can make something happen. And this is the same shit Farrakhan was talking about. You say what you want about Farrakhan, but Farrakhan be speaking that shit.
Big homie.
You see what I'm saying? As he said, like, yo, you got a couple million. You got a couple million. Let's take that shit and buy up some land. That's the key to this shit. Owning land. You know what I mean? Because America's for sale.
Yes, it is, my nigga. Red and white
you see
signs
what I'm saying?
all over the place.
So, come on with this bullshit, man.
Yeah. But
let us get ours.
But what I'm getting to, like, there's certain instances where the land owning blacks and brown people will use that power. I don't know if they even realize the power that they have as a collective. You know what I mean? They don't realize that shit because, like, the things that you could do once you have land, that's collateral. If you and your neighbor's cool, like, y'all could go in on another house that y'all rent. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like it seems like they don't really realize that power when they call in a noise complaint or something like that. Or, you know, they fail to see the value in what we do. Like, some people may look down on strippers, but I say that is that's an industry with a lot of money, and it is an honest profession.
It's an honest profession.
Like brother Umar Johnson said, like, the Virgin Mary, she might not have been a virgin, but she was just a real ass bitch. You feel me? He didn't say that specifically, but she was probably fucking a million and one niggas.
Probably stripping.
Maybe. I don't know if that was a thing back then. Who knows? But the bottom line is that she ain't know who the daddy was. Like, she might have been honest, like, yo, my nigga, you are tonight, but tomorrow night I have plans with another gentleman.
So hold on. We about to get, because you know we about to get really, really blasted on this conversation right now. You know what I mean? So you saying that the mother of the Almighty,
allegedly Almighty,
you an atheist, pardon me. Yeah, pardon me. You know what I mean? But the Almighty, you see what I'm saying? You said she was a thot?
I'm saying no. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever.
You trying to say she was a
listen, hold on. First off, I think there's a difference between a thot and a promiscuous woman. Wow. I think a thot might lie about her sexual history, but a promiscuous lady is just gonna be
whatever.
Listen. Don't sound shocked because you don't know her personally. You listen to third person shit. But continue.
I just want to say you just gave this podcast a headline.
Hold up.
You just gave us our first headline, nigga.
So, okay. So now no, that's not possible.
How you know? Do you know her personally? Can you call her or text her?
No.
You don't? Okay.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Is there anything in the history books that says she wasn't a thot?
Exactly.
I'm not
And
saying,
my point
I'm
is,
not saying that she wasn't a thought one of them. I'm just saying like
what?
I don't know if that's the same person that you're talking about.
All right. First off, it is definitely the same person I'm talking about. And I'm going to ask you a question. Is there a difference between a female that just likes to fuck and a female that is just fucking any nigga that will get her to go and bend in that direction? She might not like the nigga. She might not want to fuck the nigga, but she just going to fuck him off the strength of he put in the work in that direction. She don't got no backbone, and she just going to fuck whoever she want.
Okay, well, as far as the second
yes or no?
part,
Mm.
yeah, it's different because as far as the second part, like you said, she don't got no backbone. She weak. So weak.
Yeah,
ass bitch.
she a weak
if
mind.
You could just,
But if you
somebody
just
talked
like
you
to fuck,
into-
if you just like to fuck,
now, if you just like to fuck, then I guess that's called a hoe.
That's
Or-
kind of like a double entendre though.
nah.
Because even if it's a nigga that put in that work to bend her in that position, obviously she got to share some type of interest.
All right,
in it.
but this is
You
the
see what I'm
thing.
saying? Fuck
men
that.
are hoes too. There are dudes out there fucking bitches just off the strength that bitch want the dick, not necessarily because he want to fuck her, and they fucking not because they want to fuck, but because they feel like that's what they niggas is pushing them towards. A lot of dudes is out here fucking for the sake of getting numbers up and for the sake of looking like more of a man.
A lot of niggas are
And-
fucking because
well, it's
for
up
rank.
to females to just keep it to
To
yourself.
be honest,
It's okay
like
sometimes,
like pussy can be bought out here easy, and that's just keep it. That's just me. Like
Facts, though.
that's a whole other conversation. Like it's like you ain't gotta really do much to get pussy nowadays.
All right,
You know what I mean?
But there's a certain value on paid for pussy and just getting pussy.
But you're not
So-
understanding. I'm not actually talking about physically going out there and paying for pussy. What I'm talking about is things you could be doing for a female that can put like she ain't even gotta like you. You understand what I'm saying? But your actions and the things that you do make her just want to give it up to you. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, there's swag, but then there's females that's like, okay, I feel pressured. I don't want to fuck you. I shouldn't fuck you, but I'm gonna fuck you just cause. You know what I mean? And they just kind of like. I think there's a difference between. Again, I'm talking about consciously. Like you saying that a man has a. You can't convince every female in the world to have sex with you. You could
Obviously,
try.
Nah.
But
definitely.
the bottom line is that if you're talking to a strong-minded female, if you're
Exactly.
trying to fuck and she don't want to fuck you, it's just like, listen, nigga, like
Yeah, but
either
what
you gotta
defi-
drive me home
but
or
what
I'm gonna
the-
get in the cab.
But what defines a strong-minded female nowadays?
Look, now you getting into semantics, my nigga.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, now that's I think like you gotta peel back the fucking onion, my nigga. You see what I'm saying?
but
You gotta peel back the
at
onion
it
because
is what it is. at the
see,
end
a lot of
the day.
motherfuckers get this confused. We living in different times now. It's not the old days. You see what I'm saying? It's not like how
But
it
not
used to be.
everybody
It was
just-
all good just a week ago.
But not everybody just fucking just for the sake of fucking. There's
Some
motives.
bitches out here are.
They are, but that's because there's a generation of men and women raised by wretched club bitches, like my nigga Corey Holcomb say. Like there was a breakdown, and I'm talking about that breakdown in the sense of NAFTA and taking those jobs away and taking away men's ability to provide for their family in a way that's not going to cause to them being ripped from their families. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that taking that role away from the man and then giving it to the government in the sense of welfare, in the sense of food stamps and things like that. And not in every case, because some people just need it to get on their feet until they could get to a position where they could take their families. But in a sense, just like the shrimp, I mean not the shrimp, the tilapia and shit like that that can't migrate because they
Stop
lost
talking
all
about
that
seafood,
knowledge.
man. I want some fucking seafood.
Yeah, I'm
now,
hungry
nigga.
too.
Fuck
I ain't
you
even gonna
in.
hold you up. But like, just like them tilapia is making them weak, my nigga. Like, is making the people weak in the sense of that figure isn't important to them no more. They don't need that figure. You know what I mean?
Like I said, man, at the end of the day, you know, A woman gonna do what she want to do regardless.
You just keep taking it back to that.
Some females are weak.
And some aren't, right?
Some aren't.
And some men are weak and some aren't, right?
Yes.
We talking about the weak ones, and it's not even to belittle them. It's just to say that they exist, and that's what they do. And they can be uplifted. They can change, just like people that are really
Just
strong
let me
can
know what
change
it
to be
is.
really weak.
Just let me know what it is.
Stop taking in relationships, man. We ain't even.
I'm not even taking in relationships. But see, my whole thing is just, like, I feel like, you know, this is a real. I don't want to say it's a sensitive subject for me.
Juice like I might be a hoe.
Oh, shit.
Nah, you know what I mean? But it's just like, yo, listen, man. Like, I feel like, you know, let me know what it is, bro.
What do you mean?
Let me know the lingo. Let me know where we at with it. Because at the end of the day, like, if I'm going this way and you going that way, you see what I'm saying? At least let me know where you going so we can meet up at the end of the road. You see what I'm saying?
All right, but at the end of the day, like in the instance of like whole males, they might lie to females and say like, "You the only one. You the only one I'm fucking with." They may be lying to people and poisoning the well. Really, when you think about that, because you not only fucking with her head, you fucking with the head of the next nigga she fucked, because he ain't really gonna know what to do with it. He don't know, because you done told a lie. She got this like weird point of view of how things going, but you just telling her, well, this is the reason why.
Bitches want it
like,
more.
Okay,
bitches want it just as much as niggas do, though. So what are you saying?
I'm not saying that women don't do that. I'm saying men and women ain't shit. And wholeness is an illness. Like wholeness is an illness in the sense of like these people need to be healed. You know, and really, what? I was talking. No, what? They do. They have. I feel like that some hoes, again, male and female. I'm not just saying females. I'm not just talking about female. I'm talking about male and female hoes. I'm saying that there's probably a problem there that needs to be tackled. That probably a psychological problem that needs to be tackled.
Motherfucker just like sex,
that's
nigga.
True. That's
no.
People like like people should have more self-control. Like it's not that serious.
Fuck
my God.
that. Like
I understand
like
if
my
you're
thing
an adult
is,
and you make a
all right,
decision.
all
that's
right.
Fine. That's cool
what's the
everything.
first thing you said?
But we talking about hoes, and then
You're
we talking about promiscuous people that just like to fuck. And you gonna walk up to somebody and you gonna be like, "I want to fuck you," and they gonna be like, "Why you want to?"
I mean, if it's really that easy, though, like I don't think. It's that easy.
Look. I don't think. But this is the bottom line.
Naive to that fact.
Okay. You gotta pretty shit up sometimes, but the bottom line is you walking up to somebody and you give them the eye. Everybody got the eye. And it's the eye like, yo, like I want to fuck you, and you go up to them and you talk to them, and you might not say, "Hey, I want to fuck you. Where we gonna fuck?" But it boils down to this. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish, because you don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm making a simple. Like my point is like very just what it is. Look, you saying y'all walk up to each other, you feel each other out. Okay, I think this person wants to fuck me. I want to fuck them, and then y'all pretty much agree like, hey, like I'm trying to fuck, and it's consensual. It's two people that want to fuck each other. It's not one person that wants to fuck, and they kind of, and the other person is just like, all right, well, I'm just going with it, or I'm just just cause like your attention gives me some sort of value. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you gonna fuck me, so like that makes me something.
Let me ask you a question.
Who you asking the question?
E-Bunny.
Ow.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
One.
So is it true that
got snacks?
Females know that they gonna fuck a nigga
15 seconds.
15 seconds after the conversation?
I think it's 15 seconds upon meeting them.
I'm gonna say that females.
No. We don't want no beating around the bush.
Females look at a guy and they know like if he's fuckable or not. Like they're gonna look at him and be like, he's fuckable. Like, they're gonna.
She gonna know.
They're gonna look.
So you're admitting to me that females know within the first meeting of a individual if she's gonna fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they already decided. Like I'm just gonna.
I never said decided. I never said decided.
It could possibly maybe happen. they know what your chances are. Like, they know if you already at a 10, if you maybe like a 5, a 2. Like,
So you
they
added
know.
numbers into the equation.
I mean,
I didn't say anything about numbers. I just said she knows that she's gonna fuck this nigga if he sticks around
Possibly.
long enough
possibly, yeah.
down the line. Okay.
Yeah, I think E Bunny's answer boils down to yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's a difference between a hoe and a promiscuous person, and
What
the
defines
Virgin
a hoe
Mary.
in your eyes?
I just said it, bruh. A hoe is a female that's just or a male that's just fucking one because the society thinks that they should fuck, or because the person across from them thinks that they should fuck. You know what I mean? Like they
I feel
don't
that's
have
some retarded shit you just said. Because if society,
bro. You
if
just
soci-
ignore. You just disagree with me to
soci-
disagree with me, my nigga.
if society wants you to fuck somebody and you fucking just because society says you need to fuck somebody, you're fucking retarded.
There you go.
You're fucking retarded.
Okay, and you're a hoe.
I don't think our hoes are retarded. Well, you know they got some retarded.
All right,
hoes.
you okay. Listen,
I'm-
you have
maybe
your
I'm
different.
diving too
You
deep.
got to. Yes, you are.
Maybe I'm
you
diving too
look,
deep, but
look.
like, yo, my main thing is like, what you saying? You saying a bitch fucking because society wants her to fuck,
Or a dude.
or a dude is fucking because society thinks they should fuck.
Look.
Where in society does it? It says yo, a female should fuck a million niggas. Like, you see what I'm
It
saying?
just-
All these bitches is fucking. Did Lala
No.
Anthony just have her titties out and shit?
Look.
That don't mean nothing, man.
We
That's-
not gonna.
Oh,
we
I'm
not.
sorry,
Listen.
you said
Listen. This
where
is a
at,
small
because
part.
It's all over
Look,
television.
this is a small part of the point I'm trying to make, and we don't want to delve too deep. But
television in real life is. Too
but
different
again, I'm gonna say there's a difference. There's hoes. There's promiscuous people. There's people who are more. There's a scale. There's people that are more conserved with who they fucking, and then there's people who saving it till marriage, and then there's virgins.
then
And
there's
there's a
motherfuckers who don't give
scale.
fuck. What you call the hoes?
Yeah, they hoes.
I mean, I think hoes should get more
sorry.
respect, man.
Look. And you not letting me get to my point. Like we either we gonna talk about the reason or we gonna move on from that.
All right,
You know what I mean? Look,
this is a touchy subject.
look. If let's say, and I'm a little, yeah, you just fuck me up with that shit, man. Like you just.
The hoes need lots
Look. But the bottom line is that the Virgin Mary might as well have been a promiscuous person. And therefore, like, you can't really get at her any type of way because she was doing what she wanted to do. And that's, the Virgin. Like, she had a clean personality, a clean reputation. You dig what I'm saying? Like, she was lying and niggas like, you the only one, daddy. And in truth be told, he was like nigga number 97 that month. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I mean to say with that. But what I'm getting to. Yeah, but what I'm getting to. Listen.
The views of ghouls.
The views of ghouls. Look, but
only applies to him and him.
Look. My views are my views and my views only, and nobody fucking agrees with me ever. But look, I'm gonna keep going though. Look, what I'm saying is that those blacks and those brown people with power should understand the potential of, say, because people like to call strippers hoes or prostitutes, like,
we should create a new
there's
word.
a way to change that. Like, of course, there's going to be those strippers and prostitutes that are there for the wrong reasons, but then there's the separate sect, the people that would be, like, kind of in the same section as the promiscuous woman who's, outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's those strippers and, the hookers that you could work with, you can build businesses with, who are upstanding people who you can trust, who are strong-minded, who you could bring to the table, and who you could build an empire with. Like, look at strip clubs. Look at all the money strip clubs getting. Look at all the money that
a lot of girls in a strip club though ain't there just to do that. They have a purpose. Some of them have a purpose.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. The ones that have a purpose, those are the ones that you're doing business with. And for the rest of them, you're getting some type of assistance with to try to see where their head's at. Because, a lot of females that would be classified as hoes, they hoes they hoes because it might have been a older male, or it might have been their parents who fucked up their head, fucked up their self-esteem. And, you know, of course, across the line, when you low and, you know, you not all the way there might be people that'll stray you to do something that you wouldn't usually do. And I'm not saying that, again, I don't want to say that those things are wrong, but
I understand what you're saying, bro. Like, it's a lot of people out here who's just very good at manipulating. And you know, they call pimps, you know, and, you know, they still out here. Pimping is still strong.
All right, but then again, you know, going with that is that pimps are very useful personalities. And I think that when land-owning blacks are saying we should bring these laws that oppress our people back, and they just want to shove the lower realm at society instead of working with them. They want to shove them into that corner, and they just so used to not getting along with a certain group of people that, you know, that they should be building with. You know what I mean? Like, to the youth, they saying we don't accept your lifestyle. We don't like the way you do things, and we pushing you over here. You know what I mean? When really they should be accepting these people and understanding that they have potential and they could build great things if only you gave them the chance. Yeah. You know? And there's you know, and I think this is the group that we're in. I feel like we're in the group that could intermediate between the two. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's stick in the ass mom, you feel me, that got like 9 properties, and let's say the whorehouses, just to give an example. Like, we could play intermediary between these two because we know their expectations, and we kind of understand their point of view on the way they look at things.
So that's where you came up with the idea to talk about sex.
Nah, I'm not even talking about that, bro. I'm talking about something bigger than that. Like, I'm not even really worried about that.
You're talking about, like, explain. You gotta elaborate because I'm
elaborating. I'm
all
going
over
slow.
The place with it. I'm trying to figure out.
I'm weaving it together. Like, once I get to the end of that road, you gonna see where we at.
All right, got it. Continue. It's my bad.
You know what I mean? It's going, like, I'm trying to weave, because this is so much shit that it's hard to say in 15 seconds. So I just was like, you know what? We're gonna use this opportunity to talk about everything and show how it come around. Yeah. Like, cause I need my thoughts out there, whatever.
Most definitely.
But
sorry about
shit.
That,
oh shit, ringtone. My man got his own song as the ringtone. He believes in himself.
Yeah, I'm doing Fats. I'm doing a podcast.
That was Facts.
Shout out to the homie Fats.
Shout out to Fats.
He always fucking calling, interrupting my show. It's
always interrupting shit. I don't even know how you be knowing we be doing this shit. I never met Fats. But I think that as a culture where we at today, we should be working on building. We should have the money in the strip clubs. We should have money in the hotels. So when the when the hoes got a job, like, they could bring them to our hotel. But because there's this disconnect where people want to separate themselves from a generation, just mostly based off what I think is what's that thing that happens every year?
I think we should make another word for the word hoe. We should.
Don't bring it back to that, my nigga. Like, we passed that. You just stop talking about that,
bro. You just said something about a fucking hoe, my nigga. So what are you talking about? We not past that.
I would have been done with that, but you stuck on hoe,
nigga. You just said something about a hoe,
bruh. I need us to.
We had a hotel. We could bring the hoes to the hotel. Did you just say some shit like that?
No, look. But you didn't catch what I said about the hoe. Do you understand what I'm saying, E-Bunny?
I never thought about black people actually going into business with hotels, because it's really mostly like
Indians, Asians, white people. Not us.
No, that's a bunch of shit that's going on around a lot of where black people is populated.
Yeah,
so
but
why not?
Look, but other cultures aren't afraid to get involved in these things. But when you a landowner, black person, and you don't realize your power, you're afraid to go into
But they sharing it with their own self.
Owning no stores.
They sharing it with their own culture. If you don't see a black Chinese restaurant, only in rush hour too.
Nah.
Come on.
In the East,
Alright,
there's
where?
a Blasian Chinese restaurant. No bullshit. I think there's actually 2 of them now.
We need to interview them.
We should.
That's what we need to
But-
do. I ain't never seen no black.
But where I'm going, is that like politics is shaping how we get along with each other, and we're not even realizing it. You know, we need to be more open minded because like when you try to be a uppity black person, you got to realize Fox 5, that uppity network, they got money in the porn industry. They got billions over there. So it's like you trying to act.
Fox 5. That's documented.
Yes.
I need to see that.
In the
You gotta show me
hotels,
that.
where you buy porn and shit like that,
Yeah.
they own that network. There's a porn network that sells porn to hotels and shit like that, and Fox 5 got money in that. Like them people, they put money in that also. They getting money from that direction as well. Maybe not a lot of them, but enough of them. So the point being is that people pretend to be like offended by sex out in the open, but
let me say one thing.
In the clothes, they
touch
with
on that. Just touch on
they
that.
DTF.
A lot of these big companies, they have small primary investors. It's probably not one nigga that owns the whole shit.
Nah,
it
never is.
It's probably like 50 to 100 people that have shares in that company. You know what I mean? So just because one or maybe 2 of them have stock somewhere else within a porn industry doesn't mean it's the whole thing.
Copy that, right? But if, say, Fox News Network company, right, owns Pornhub company, the majority have the power to say, yo, we don't want to invest in that if they don't feel the need to. If you let it rock.
Yeah, we don't want to be, just like what they did to us today. We don't want to be a part of that.
I ain't going into that.
I'm just saying, but it's exactly what you're saying, because you're saying that if the majority says, yo, we don't want, like, y'all two niggas over there, y'all niggas is investing in Pornhub. We don't want that affiliated with our business.
Yeah, they now they can't do shit. You feel me? Because like we got the majority of money. Nah, like we not putting, like you only good for 3 million. We not putting 10 million. You know what I mean? We not putting 10 million in that company. How am I supposed to know I ain't a mind reader? Shit. Nah, you take that with you, my nigga.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying, bro. You know, like I said, that's a whole. It's a whole, like, we could be here for years talking about this. You notice I said years and not days, because this world is just so fickle, and like it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that this world is for sale. You understand what I'm saying? Everything.
It is, but black people don't seem to realize that.
That's what we here for. That's what we here. We here to explain that to them. That
black and brown people. And
we need to come together, you know, as a unit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go kumbaya with the nigga who you have a problem with, the nigga who just slapped your brother or killed your fucking, you know what I mean, your family member or something like that. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? But you and you, whatever you're good at, and whatever your friend is good at, your niggas team up and make a business. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way we're gonna overcome this thing we call racism. If we have a lot of more black owned businesses, let's go buy some fucking land and own our little country or something, or own our little, fuck it. Back in the day, they used to do that.
Okay.
13 colonies. They had 13 colonies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This shit wasn't always split up like this. It was all together, called Pangea, right?
I think that was before that. But.
It was way before that. It was way before the 13 colonies. But, you know, black people was here before white people. Right or wrong?
Yeah. But I think I agree with certain parts of what you're saying. That's what I feel is the problem. Is the fact that we need to be able to do. You don't got to do business with me, but if I'm trying to make a move and I come to you, think about it. Like don't just discount my shit. Think about what you're doing. Like if
I give you 24 hours.
Like if I see like some teens and they selling candy, bro, if I got the money in my pocket, I'm gonna buy that candy. You want to know why? Because I know that me buying that candy is keeping them from knocking some old lady over the head. You feel me? Because the streets gotta eat. Like they need their money. They tummies is rumbling. Like they need to get some cash in their pocket. So it's like, if I don't do this, they might be resorting to something else. And I think that needs to be the mind state of more people. Instead of saying, yo, he's a drug addict, see that, yo, if you have the dollar, if you got the quarter, if you got the 50 cent, throw it at him. You know what I mean? If you mad he there, you got to get involved with politics. You know what I mean? And if we are to move...
Uncle Sam,
yeah,
they'll get arrested. Why they got to put the box down every time police come in the car, though?
What you mean?
Why they got to put the candy box down every time police come in the car? You know why?
Yeah, because they get locked for that.
Uncle Sam.
That's a fact. I thought you was pointing Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
But look.
But this is what I'm trying to explain. You know what I mean? I agree with everything that you said. You know what I mean? I don't disagree with nothing. My whole thing is the fact that we need to come together. You see what I'm saying? If Tone had support, imagine if it was 10 of them niggas that was just like Tone just now, who we seen get shot and took that shit.
Tone is a real ass nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Tone is a fiend.
You know what I mean?
That nigga on some shit.
Tone, imagine if it was like 10 Tones now.
Not to say that
you think he would have, like, one of them niggas would have got away. One of them niggas would have got away, son.
If there was 3 Tones?
If it was like, I say about...
If it was 3 Tones, they'd be 2 dead cops. We wouldn't even be talking about this shit.
That's what I'm saying. So, it's like that, like... And I'm not even... I ain't trying to joke, but in perspective of that, you know what I mean? If we come together, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can shut down all this stigma and all this racism, all this O's, because we a unit. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Bloods and Crips... down at, was it Baltimore or Ferguson?
I think they did the same thing in both. I want to say, but
they came together.
I know.
But you know, Bloods and Crips stopped fighting a long time ago. We know this. Yeah. But in the same instance, it's like, yo, come on, man. You know, we black, man. Let's and your buddy team up and make something happen.
But moving like kind of like horizontally to that. That's why it's more important than ever for like media organizations and shit like that, because that's what kids are interested in, and like we got to keep them interested in the things that they want to. We got to meet people where they at. Like you can't just expect people to be, you know, who you want them to be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's unrealistic, my nigga. Like you can't do that. That's not showing love. You feel me? Like any story you ever heard about somebody who really showed love, they accepted people for who they was, and they impacted those people because it was like, whoa, even though I'm doing this, like you're not judging me. Like even Jesus himself, and this is the shit that be getting me tight. Jesus used to hang out with the lowest realm of society, and like motherfuckers fucked with him. But if we're gonna go, you know, I wanted to say some shit about politics. Yo, like I watched the GOP debate the other day, and when you really look in depth into Donald Trump's argument, that motherfucker, one, he believed his shit, and two, besides that shit that he say about like Mexicans and shit, he's hardly wrong. Like he go in on the Mexicans, but that nigga don't be wrong though.
What's so wrong about what he said about Mexicans?
He said some wild shit. He was calling Mexicans rapists and bimbos.
Wow.
You don't think?
That's hard.
Yes,
like
it is.
If you look on the most wanted list right now,
most of them is Mexican.
But hey, what's they charge? What's they charge? So I I'm not like, you can't expect us to be politically correct, right? You see what I'm saying?
Nah, you can't expect the president to be politically correct. Politics ain't
my whole
shit.
thing, exactly. We screwed regardless. You see what I'm saying? We screwed.
The majority is screwed.
They got a candidate. His name is called These Nuts. You know that, right?
I ain't seen that nigga. He's the Democrat.
I
Yo,
swear to God,
on October 3rd is the Democrat.
These Nuts.
October 3rd is the Democratic debate. So if These Nuts is there, my nigga, am I going to rejoice? But I'm gonna tell you why. Like I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that Donald Trump would be the worst president that the United States ever had. Right? And I'm gonna try to make this quick.
Wait, before you say that, no, hold up. Are you pro Donald Trump?
I'm not anti Donald Trump.
Okay, I just want to say that I am just gonna nicely, kindly bow out of this conversation.
Okay, all right. Look,
Okay.
you mad now? Let me go.
Cut your mic off.
Let me go.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Cut your mic off, man.
Okay, all right.
One.
I want no parts of that.
One, first off, because everybody just think that Donald Trump is an evil bastard. And I don't doubt that Donald Trump is an evil bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all the Republican the Republican nominees, he's the only one whose kids ain't a drug addict psychopath. Like, his kids ain't drug addict psychopaths.
But Barack
Yo,
Obama
honestly,
kids
look.
Barack Obama kids.
This
ain't
is what
either.
I'm. Listen.
But
okay.
do you know them personally? Can you text them right now?
First off, y'all just saying irrelevant shit, and I'm gonna say why. One, Obama already won presidency, and two, I don't know this personally, but one, all the nominees hate his guts. There's stories about all of their kids while in the fuck, or at least most of them, like the real severe ones. And there's no stories or evidence that his kids is wilding for respect.
Do you think they hate his guts because he says what he wants and gets away with it, or do you think they hate his guts because they can't beat him?
I think they hate his guts because Donald Trump be telling the truth. Raise your hand if you for immigration. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you for immigration. Are you for immigration, young lady? Raise your fucking hand.
I can't neither confirm or deny.
All right. Donald Trump, most of his shit is because he's racist against Mexicans, right? And fuck it. Everybody's... Listen. Let's just... Yeah. Oh, El Chapo is going to split his wig.
I would let them keep on sneaking like they've been doing. I wouldn't just completely block them out, though.
I feel like... I feel like... I think after
I'm not
after
saying
what
I
you
would
say,
give more to them.
after
or
what
whatever,
you say,
I don't know, but I'm not saying I would.
I
take
think we should go around.
away
Hold on. I think after what you say, right? I'm gonna let you speak. I think we should say what
Do not Kanye.
Say what we each would do if we was president. After you speak.
All right.
Go ahead.
Donald Trump doesn't want immigration, and a lot of Republicans don't want immigration. Do you know why? One, because it raises the cost of educating, because you got to educate the kids according to American law. Listen. If there's more kids in school, you have to teach them, right? And that costs money, correct or no?
But you could pay a Mexican $2.
We not talking about that. You talking about in the future. We talking about today. We talking about today. Not in the future, not in the world that you would like. We talking about today. If you bring 1 million Mexican children to the United States,
I think it's deeper than that.
Wait, listen to me, because you're not listening. You just trying to disagree with my
shit.
shit.
Nigga, I agree with a lot of shit you saying, my nigga, but it's deeper than that, because I feel like, what Mexican couple you seen with just one kid?
Okay, so you agreeing with me?
I agree with you.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
All right, my bad.
You see what I'm saying? But my thing is it's welfare. It's welfare. Them motherfuckers.
And school. I'm talking about all the costs together.
School.
It costs more as far as tax wise, and they can't go to war more as often. Cause them niggas was bloodthirsty on that stage. Niggas was like, I'm gonna blow these niggas up. They like, no, we gonna blow these niggas up. They're like, no, I want to blow all three of them niggas up. Like, yo. Those Republicans is some bloodthirsty motherfuckers. But the bottom line is, it costs a lot for people to immigrate, for the American people. And when you combine shit like that, like more people being in the United States, and then say raising the minimum wage to $15, that raises the cost so high. So now, like, it's a negative thing. Like, having overpopulation is not positive. We seen that shit in New York. There's way too much fucking people here. The land is too valuable. Niggas is like, damn, do I gotta move? You hear what I'm saying? So it's like, we need to, on immigration, I think we should all be with Donald Trump. If you ain't with Donald Trump, you with America collapsing kinda. And it might not collapse for the rich, but it's gonna collapse for the poor. We gotta slow that shit up. Because people really are coming to America because we one of the few countries that have their laws, their immigration laws set up like that, where you could come from another country and get paid.
But that's because
through tax dollars. And where do tax dollars come from?
I feel
Your
like
check.
Yeah, I feel like it should be more people to agree with Donald Trump because I feel like you never see. I don't mean to bring it back to a racial thing, but you never see really the Mexicans and all that begging for like more money. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, they taking what they get.
They taking what they getting and running with it, and that should have every one of us scared. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can fire us.
Dicker job.
They can fire us and hire Mexicans for cheaper money, and motherfuckers gonna work. The motherfuckers gonna work, nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Hard.
So at the end of the day, you gotta really, you can't fault Donald Trump for what he's saying. Me personally, if you really want me to be honest, if you really want me to be honest, if he becomes pregnant, I said pregnant. I said if he becomes president, I believe he's gonna get assassinated.
Yeah, El Chapo gonna chop that nigga down.
I'm be honest.
El Chapo gonna chop him down.
I feel like
Chapo's like a president.
After the first year of Obama in office, I knew he was gonna be here for a while. You understand what I'm saying? But Donald Trump, I don't think Donald Trump is gonna last a year. I'm being honest with you. I really honestly.
El Chapo gonna chop him down that quick?
It might be El Chapo. It might be Hector from down the block. It might be Rico Suave.
I mean,
one of them niggas. I'm telling you, bro.
I don't know about that, but I respect it. You know that's your.
He doing too much. I mean, like it's funny to watch.
But
that's why he's
violating. He violating the Mexicans though. I ain't gonna hold you up.
He violated, bro. Like
none of the politicians like him. They might just be like, "Oh wait, so there's a threat out on the president? Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing." Like they just might ignore all them shits. Like they just might let you get through with it. You might actually just walk into a gun store, get a sniper rifle, and like rent a van. Tell them where you going with the van. Like you might just do a sloppy ass assassination and get away with it. You feel me?
Yeah, because it's Donald Trump,
and nobody want him. But smaller government, like, and this is one like a simple thing that a lot of black people don't realize is that smaller government is good for you. It means less police. It means less this. It means less that.
I don't think that's good. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I said, I don't like cops and what they doing now.
Think about the tilapia.
But I don't want to live. I don't want to live in a society where there's no police. I'm being honest with you.
Not even that, but we talk about no society like that. Like that's why I brought up the tilapia and the fact that when you give the tilapia everything that they need and you don't let them go out on their own and get that, you make them weak. And I think that's where a lot of shit comes from. I think that's where mental illness. I don't want to. Let's leave it alone. I think that's where hoeing. I think that's where motherfuckers just murdering motherfuckers just for the fuck of it, like just being reckless. I think they're motherfuckers being over macho. Like niggas just want to be a man so hard, like they just willing to do whatever and they don't even think about their actions. I think that's where a lot of the negative aspects of our society come in, is the fact that there's all these walls around us because welfare is there, but it's not there for you to expand. It's there for you to just stay there. It's a force that's keeping you in this box.
I don't think welfare is doing that. I think it's the individual.
There's actually more white people on welfare than any other race.
I think it's the individual.
All right.
I think it depends on you. You know what I mean? If you see, it's just like if you get accustomed to certain things, you see what I'm saying? It's just like you was telling me about my situation. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get accustomed to that. Try to get better. You see what I'm saying? Try to do better.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers is accustomed with that food stamps every month.
Yeah.
The money every other week, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it's they get accustomed to that. You gotta want more for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta want more. I don't think it's them. Like it's the individual, and it's what they want. It's girls out here who have kids just to get on welfare.
All right, and that's a fact. But that comes from the people we respond to incentives. So you think that the people up top don't know what they doing? You think that those people that are growing those salmon, you think they don't know that those salmon would be
the fucking fish?
Because we all we all beings. It's the fact is like when you the people up top, they know that they're making the salmon weaker. Anyway, they know they're making the salmon weaker by doing certain things. Bottom line is, let's come together, let's build, do what you doing. And if you feel like writing a book, write that book. You feel like making a song, make that song. And it might be whack, but just be honest with yourself.
Yes, sir.
You know, and you can't build anything with someone else's things. You got to make things with your bare hands. You got to do it yourself or it ain't right. You got to build that corporation up by yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Not to say team up with the people that are passionate about your vision. But if someone's passionate with half your vision, it's never going to come to fruition.
Absolutely.
So, you know, thank you for coming in. There's going to be a lot more content on the Payday Podcast page. There's going to be a website. There's going to be an app. And
we definitely returning on the STM Radio Live.
STM Radio Live is definitely up and jinking. And,
yes,
you know,
sir.
it's a lot going on when you got to build this shit yourself. Because motherfuckers ain't trying to have external chips. All chips is built, manufactured, and
by Juice and Goozy, baby. You see what I'm saying?
That's what they be calling us.
Yo, I just want the listeners to go out, you know what I mean, to the website. Go to the website. It's www.stmrl.com.
Donate.
You donate, you know what I mean? You can find all my mixtapes and everything that I dropped, you know, prior to now.
Wilson, $1, $2.
You know what I mean? If you click on STM TV, you can upload your videos just like YouTube. You know, help support a brother. Each one teach one. Like I said, you know, let's work together.
Niggas watching.
You know what I mean? And, you know, let's build, man. All my social media is on the site, stmrl.com. So, go check it out.
Yeah, last note. Just all you older folks, let the young people build. Let them learn their mistakes. Start barring them. You can't stop that.